Sheetal Trivedi, Assistant Professor from the Department of Pharmaceutical Technology. Welcome to the MOOC series, an initiative taken by LG Institute of Pharmacy, Ahmedabad. In this video, we will see about therapeutic incompatibility. So what is therapeutic incompatibility? This kind of incompatibility occurs after the administration of drug or drugs by the patient. So after administration, if there is a change in therapeutic response or the change in intensity of the therapeutic response that is unintended by the physician or the prescriber, that is called therapeutic incompatibility. So why this therapeutic incompatibility occurs, or the mechanism behind the therapeutic incompatibility? So there are two mechanisms behind the therapeutic incompatibility. One that is a pharmacokinetic interaction and the another that is pharmacodynamic interactions. Right. So what is pharmacokinetic interactions? This kind of interactions results into change in ADME, that is the absorption, distribution, metabolism and excretion of the drug, and this can happen because of the presence of another drug or because of the presence of the food that is taken along with the drug, or it can be due to other factors like genetic factors, right? So here you can see in the diagram, this shows the plasma concentration of the drug along the timeline. So change in ADME may result into the subtherapeutic concentration that is below the effective concentration, or it may result into the concentration above the therapeutic level, and that may result into the toxic reaction. Subtherapeutic concentration may not give the desired therapeutic response. The second mechanism, that is pharmacodynamic interaction, and this occurs because of the competition between the two drugs for the same receptor site. So this results into the change in pharmacological activity of one drug or both the drugs, and this may result into either additive effect or synergism or antagonism. So let's see the example of pharmacokinetic interactions and pharmacodynamic interactions. So in case of pharmacokinetic interaction, let's see the example of absorption. So how the absorption of drugs gets changed, there are many reasons. So if we take an example of a tetracycline drug forms chelate or complex with the divalent cations like calcium and magnesium. So if this drug is taken along with the milk that contains this calcium cations, or if this tetracycline drug is taken with the antacid preparations that contain divalent cations, then this may result into the chelate formation, and this chelate of the drug with this cations is having poor absorption through the GIT. So that results into the subtherapeutic concentration of drug, and the desired response will not be obtained because of this reason. Let's see the example of distribution, how the distribution of the drug can get changed. So here I have shown the example of one of the anticoagulant drug, that is warfarin. Now warfarin that is being distributed throughout the circulatory system by binding with the plasma proteins, right? So whatever fraction available will exert the therapeutic response. But if this drug is administered along with the salicylates, then this salicylate will also compete for the plasma protein binding, and that may result into the displacement of the warfarin from the plasma proteins, and that will result into the higher activity of the anticoagulant, and that may result into the hemorrhage because of the increased bleeding time. Let's see about the example that is related with the change in metabolism. Now metabolism of the drug that happens with the help of enzymes. So if these enzymes are being inhibited or induced, then this may result into the change in the metabolism of the drug, and that may result into the change in the concentration available for the therapeutic response. So for example, that is related with the enzyme inhibition. So here I have quoted the example of one drug, that is metronidazole, and this drug inhibit the enzymes responsible for the metabolism of anticoagulant drug warfarin. So this results into the higher concentration concentration of the warfarin because of the inhibited metabolism, and that may result into the toxic effect of warfarin. The another example that is related with the food, and here I have taken the example of grapefruit juice. This juice inhibit the enzymes that is gut enzyme, which are responsible for the metabolism of some drugs, and because of the gut enzyme inhibitions, the more amount of the drug available for the absorption, and this may result into the toxic effect of the drug. Let's see about the example of the excretion, how excretion can be affected. So for example, if the probenecid is taken along with the penicillin, right? Now what happens, both the drugs compete for the excretion through the same mechanism, that both the drugs are excreted by active tubular secretion. So in presence of each other, the excretion of the drug will be reduced. So this may result into the higher plasma concentration of each other. But we can also take the advantage of this kind of interaction, right? So suppose the penicillin that is given for the antibiotic effect, and if the probenecid is given along with the penicillin, then in this case the dose that is required for the penicillin will be less. So that will result into the cost effective treatment. Let's see about the pharmacodynamic interaction, and that let's see about the additive effect. So in this case the drugs are having similar action, and when these drugs are taken together, the resultant effect is equals to the sum of the response that is generated by the individual drug. So here I have written mathematically 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. So drugs like diazepam and alprazolam both are CNS depressant, and if these are taken together, the effect will be in terms of additive effect. Let's see about the another effect that falls under the pharmacodynamic interaction, that is synergism. Now what happens in this case, the combination of the drug results into the effect that is greater than the sum of the therapeutic effect that is generated by the single drug component. So here I have written 1 plus 1, that is not equal to 2, but that equals to 3. Now there is one more term that is called potentiation, which is type of the synergism. In this case, effect of drug increases in the presence of another drug. For example, presence of alcohol increases the analgesic activity of the aspirin. Let's see about the antagonistic effect because of the pharmacodynamic interaction. So what happens in this case, the effect of one drug is being opposed by the effect of another drug. So if atenolol, which is beta receptor antagonist, if it is taken with the beta receptor agonist like salbutamol, then these two drugs will oppose the effect of each other. The another example, that is acetylcholine and noradrenaline, and these two drugs having opposite effect on the heart rate. Acetylcholine decreases heart rate, whereas noradrenaline increases heart rate. So what happens, this kind of interaction results into no effect or the reduced effect of each other. Now let's see about the reasons or the causes for therapeutic incompatibility. One reason that is improper storage of drugs, which may result into the drug degradation, and because of that change in therapeutic response. The another reason that is patient non-compliance, that is the non-adherence of the patients to the prescribed dose regimen. That means whatever dose or dosage frequency prescribed by the physician, that is not being followed by the patients. And very common reason behind the therapeutic incompatibility, that is prescription writing error by the doctors or the physician, or the prescription reading error by the pharmacist. So here you can see the prescription that includes the information about the prescribed drug product. So that includes the name of the drug, then dose of the drug, frequency of administration, then dosage form, direction regarding how to administer the drug. So if any error occurs in these parts of the product information, will result into therapeutic incompatibility. Therapeutic incompatibility also occurs when physician prescribes synergistic or antagonistic drug combination, or if the physician prescribes contraindicated drugs which may be related to the presence of another drug or the disease condition. For example, corticosteroids are contraindicated in the patients suffering from the gastric ulcers, right? So these are the reasons or the causes responsible for the therapeutic incompatibility. So what are the ways to avoid therapeutic incompatibility? One, that is proper storage as per the labeling condition mentioned on the drug product. Second, that is patient compliance for the prescribed dose regimen. And regarding prescription, physician must take precaution while writing the prescription to avoid any prescription error, and pharmacist must be vigilant while reading the prescription to check any prescription error, and in case of any error in prescription must be referred back to the physician for the correction. So that is all about the therapeutic incompatibility. Thank you very much for watching this video.